Hello everyone, welcome to Selenium Live Project Day 2. First thing I want to let you know that I observed many people are inactive in this group. So I just sent one email yesterday. So I'll keep only those people here who are responded to my mail or they have updated this contact sheet. So this is very important and critical because many people are saying they are not getting any response from team members. So please actively involve in this team activities and project. Then you will be here. Otherwise, I'm going to delete those persons from this team sheet after this session. So please be sure to update this contact sheet, and if you have not replied to my mail, just reply that to confirm.
Okay, guys, can you hear me? This is Shankar. Just quick confirm on the audio, please.
Shankar, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So in the chat, some of you are saying which email. So Manoj has sent an email, couple of, I think an hour back, asking to reply because most of the teams, most of the teammates are saying they are, the others are not active, and also if you have made the mind and you wanted to be active into this project, just reply on that, I'm there, and then we'll consider you, because at the end of the project we said you can give the reference and you can put this project in your resume and all that. But for doing that, you should have definitely put the efforts into the project. It's not just the part of the financial part. You have paid it and then you're part of the team. That will not help you, as Karthik has been always said in the orientation, right? So you should take actively participation in this, do some contributions, automate some portions of it that is allocated for you. Then only you will be getting the credit of this in your resume. So again, if you have not received an email, also just send an email to Karthik and Manoj at itelan.com, Shankar, sorry, not Karthik, it's me, Shankar at itelan.com. So we will add you to the list. This is my first class. I'm not able to see my name in the list. So Rajeshwari will make a note of that. Manoj, can you please note down that? So we'll add it. We'll get the confirmation from the team and then we'll add it to you. Okay, so those are all the logistics part, and please take it offline. But we would like to hear from the teams after the orientation. If you guys have started up this, what kind of progress that you have made so far, any of the teams that you wanted to. Okay, Basanta says, let me see her previous message. Hope you are able to see my message previously. Can you repeat it, Vasanta? Probably I'm just looking at the previous things. I could not find it. Maybe I joined a little late, so but it should be there. Can you repeat what's the question that you have, Vasanta? Please add my name to the list. So, okay, if it is not there,
Vasanta, I think let me check with sales team and I'll add your name. No problem there.
So whoever has not been there also, just send an email to us, Manoj and myself. We'll get it checked with the sales team and then we'll add to the one of the groups.
Team, I think as Shankar mentioned, I think we can start, and whoever wants to present, just nominate yourself on behalf of your team, and from there we can start.
Not to the Karthik at IT-Learn. Send it to Manoj at IT-Learn or Shankar at IT-Learn. Okay. Okay, only one thing I can say is whoever's name is not there, please send an email. Please send an email today, post the session, and it should be added in a couple of hours. Is it fine? Okay, so teams who have been formed and made some progress, if you guys met up daily in your status check or stand-ups and you wanted to go ahead and present, please nominate yourself. Divya from Tech Pirates want to present. Okay, let me add to that. It's Shankar, Shanker at itlearn.com, not AR. Shanker at itlearn.com. Yeah. So I'm making Divya as a presenter. Just give me one sec. Please go ahead, Divya.
Hello.
Yes, Divya, we can hear you.
Hello.
Divya, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
Please go ahead, Divya.
Yeah, thank you. Um, Hi, this is Divya. I'm representing Tech Pirates team, and this is our test plan document. And as we are doing this test plan for Howley.in, one second. This is the test plan document for Howley.in, and the version is 1.0. And this is the revision history and approval log. As this is the first document, the version is 1.0 and the date, and the order is the Tech Pirates, as we all team contributed to develop this document, and the review is going on. And these are the table of contents, very short, and the contents are objective, scope, test strategy, tools, environment requirements, test schedule, functions to be tested, resources and responsibilities and test deliverables. And as coming to the scope objective, the objective of this test plan is to test the functionalities of Howley.in application. And coming to the scope, as our team has find out these are the functionalities of the application, like registration, login, searching, profile settings, uploading a video, playing a video, sharing a video, and sorry, it's repeated 2 times, share video on social media, like, comment on a video, home page, and testing all the categories pages. And as part of the test strategy, we are going to perform functional testing and regression testing. So first level, we are going to perform functional testing to test the functionalities of all the modules. And as second level, we are going to perform regression. Usually the regression test will be done after any bug fix is done. If at all we have any bug fixes and we want to test the new functionality with the existing one, then we have to perform regression testing. And as part of testing tools, we have used Excel for writing test scenario document and test cases, and Word for writing the test plan. And we are going to use Selenium IDE to write the test scripts in phase 1, and WebDriver API, JUnit, POI, and Eclipse. All these are used to write the test scripts for data-driven framework, keyword-driven framework and hybrid framework as part of phase 2 and 3. And Jira is going to be used as the bug tracking tool. And coming to the environment requirements, we are going to test this test scripts on Windows and Mac OS environment, and and also doing the cross-browser testing. And coming to the test schedule, as we all know, the schedule, high-level test plan and test scenario document are to be shown today, so that's why it's today's date. And phase 1, we are going to do simple WebDriver scripts. So it will be under phase 1, and phase 2, data-driven framework. On this date, we need to show, and phase 3, keyword and hybrid framework. And functions to be tested. These are the functions that our team has found out to be tested. And we have found out in the registration module, the visitor must be able to use the registration link to register himself, and after registration, the visitor must be able to register with his username and password. And once he logged in, the member should be able to reset his password. We kept these scenarios into login module, and as part of profile settings, as the logged in member should be able to edit the name settings, contact info, and password settings. And coming to search, visitor or logged in member, anybody can, you must be able to see the search icon and can type the text and in the search area and can see the search results. Must be able to see. And coming to the upload video, the logged in members can upload the videos and can publish and review. And while doing the publish or review, they have to perform, they have to give details to these following sections. And after the post is published, the logged in member must be able to see this message, post published view post message, and he must be able to click on the view post link so that he can see the posted video. And coming to the home page, visitor or logged in member, anybody can visit the home page, and he must be able to see the new videos, most viewed videos and most liked videos, and he can be able to see recent tags, comment sections, and he must be able to see header section, footer section, and must be able to click on all the links in that home page. And whereas coming to the categories, all the categories will be, functionalities are given here. And when coming to the resources and responsibilities, the resources in our team are like this. Project manager is like Karthik, lead is like Manoj, and testers are like Team Pirate team members, Tech Pirates team members. And the responsibilities are for each role, the responsibilities are these. And coming to test deliverables, as the following documents and reports will be delivered during this testing process, like test case document, test plan, testing strategies, test scripts, data, and test results of reports, test summary report, defect reports. This is our plan. Test plan document.
So did you plan to prepare any detailed automation plan in which, because you have mentioned the timelines that phase 1 you wanted to complete, phase 2 and phase 3. That's the overall plan, but what I'm feeling is like unless you have a detailed individual task who is going to automate what in the IDE, WebDriver and the framework level, it will be very difficult for you guys to track it. So you're planning to prepare any detailed automation plan as in? next? Like, what are the next steps that you're planning to take?
We have created this one,
Okay.
the test
What are the next?
scenarios
Okay.
document. This is the overall automation test plan. I need to update this part
Okay.
for the phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3.
Mm-hmm.
Till now, what we have done is these steps. And coming to the test scenarios sheet, I have put the project name, reference document. Usually on the reference document, the functional requirement document will be specified, but here we don't have. Just I put this name, that's it.
Fine.
And these are the modules that we find out in the test plan, and these are the test cases. And these are the test description for each test case. And we also divided these modules to each of our team members, and they have also provided the test steps for their test cases for the allotted test module. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And whoever have done this, they are giving their names under order.
Okay. So what you guys can just do it in your daily stand-ups is when you divided these tasks, just ask the team that when they can complete the assigned task to them, put again as the date so that you can closely track it in your daily stand-ups. Hey, you know what, you need to complete this by coming Friday. So how are you placed? Are you able to complete? Or it's kind of a load balancing among your team if somebody is not able to do it, or if he's on time. If somebody is completed early, probably you might, you or any of your team members might take up some other task that is pending from other teams like that. So if you have an assigned dates, it will help.
Okay.
So because this is one of the critical thing in real time, it's not just completing your tasks, investing in others. Investing in other success is also one of the major criteria that teams follow, companies follow nowadays to measure. So if somebody completed early, so don't just think that okay, I've done my job and I'm free. Yeah. See if you can take up somebody's task, or you can help them if required. So those kind of culture you need to try to build in. Okay.
Sure.
Fine. Who are
we will take your suggestions. And this is the contact info. These are our team members.
Fine, that's for your internal to the team.
And this is the minutes of the meetings that we have done so far. And the module allocation. These are the things that we have divided among ourselves.
Sure.
This is about test plan, and this is about test case sheet.
Okay, what is the next thing that you're planning to do now, the next week?
We need to write the test scripts in Selenium IDE for these test cases.
Okay, fine.
And
so next,
still this document is in process, not fully done.
Completing that first is your primary thing.
Yeah, completing this and developing the test scripts in the Selenium IDE.
Okay, cool.
Divya, before that, I think
so next, Jaime wants. Yeah, go ahead, Manish.
Yeah, so Divya, I think before progress at creating scripts and all, I think we can just create this automation plan. Means it's a high level, but I think it will give a good idea who is reviewing what. So just create this, complete this automation plan. So that will be better.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, sure. Sure,
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I think who is going next? Rahat is there.
Haima, she says she wants to go ahead, and then followed by Akhil. So I'm making Haima as a presenter now. Just give me 1 minute. Go ahead, Haima.
Still I am hearing you. I think Haima didn't get the voice access.
Hema, what you're saying? You didn't get the Google Drive access. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, this is Divya, the previous presenter
Sorry.
from Tech Pirates. Still, I'm able
okay.
to speak. Yeah.
I made her. Just give me 1 minute.
Hima, I think we are not able to hear you, so just check from your end. Shankar, I think Hima is facing some issue with her end, so we can go with some other. I think.
Akhil,
Yeah, Akhil, we can.
Akhil, yeah. I'll do that. Akhil, you're the presenter now.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. Hi everyone, good evening. I am representing the Tech Giants team today. And what you are seeing on my screen is the test plan. Okay, the first step we have the version control where we are maintaining what exactly we're updating on the plan. And the test plan border is up here. So in the first part it briefly describes about what exactly the project is and following by external stakeholders and then our internal team members and their responsibilities. So the test lead main responsibility is to assign tasks, and then we have a coordinator who coordinate and update plans and follow up with other team members on a regular basis and follow up actions if anything is assigned to them. And deliverables, these are the deliverables that we are planning to submit at the end of our project. And next comes the tricky part, the objectives. Okay, these are the objectives that we have defined internally. Please bear in mind this is still a draft version. We haven't, it's not fully reviewed and not been approved among us. So the first objective, so what we have decided is on-time delivery. So we're planning to deliver it on time, if not on time, at least plus or minus 5%, and test scope. So we haven't defined what exactly the priorities are, but we have a very good understanding within our team members. Priority 1 are the critical test cases, like if they are failed, we can't proceed further. Priority 2 are very important test cases, even if they fail, that's fine, we can still live with them. Priority 3 are very trivial things, which doesn't really matter. And requirement traceability, this is again a tricky part. Since we don't have a requirement documentation, we can't map like, okay, these test cases means like we have tested the 100% of the functionality, but we are trying to achieve that either by coming up with our own requirement documentation at least very high level. And the other question we want to ask the IT learn team is like, okay, do you guys can act as a voice of customer? What exactly the customer is expecting? So maybe he can answer that question after I present. And the last one is no unpleasant customer surprises, meaning, okay, number of critical defects open by the time we make this release, okay. And that, one more question for the team is like, okay, is the development process parallel? Like if there are any bugs identified, are the developers going to fix those bugs? If not, there's not a valid one. And the milestones, requirement analysis, since there is no requirement documentation, we're going to skip that one. And test plan creation, we are in the process and we hope to finalize. Actually, we had a meeting today, but it's not 100% done, so we have to update this plan. So we are planning to publish the final test plan by tomorrow. Test case creation, so we're hoping to finish it by 6th April. I'll show that bit later, so what exactly we'll be doing. And automation framework by 18th April, execution by 21st, and we're planning to publish the defect report by 22nd April. Okay, next, coming to the test scope. So what we are planning to do is the system testing on only the functional testing part of it, but not the performance side of it. And the regression testing, again, this one, only if the developers are fixing the bugs, then only this is in scope. Otherwise, the regression and retesting is out of scope. Resources we'll be using Selenium, Jet, and all this stuff. Environment. Okay, since we are working on a different various machines, we plan not to capture each and everything. But on software, the majority of us will be using Windows 7, 8, and I think a couple of us will be using Macs. And the features, these are the features that we would be testing. These are the features that won't be tested. And entry criteria, okay. We'll start the testing once we have an approved plan and the application is stable. And we have all the approved test suite reviewed and approved. Exit criteria, all the objectives as defined up in the section 4 are achieved and approved. If there is any deviation, again, it has to be approved. So I guess the approvers would be from the IT learn team. And these are the test scenarios. Okay, cool. These are opening up. Okay, again, this one is not a comprehensive list, but we have done almost 90% of it. We're again meeting tomorrow, and each one of us are individually reviewing this and adding up test scenarios. We'll again review tomorrow and see if we have like a full list of test scenarios, and then we'll work on from there. So we have identified who has to do what, and these will be done as defined in the milestone plan in the test plan. Right? So like, okay, these scenarios will be done by 4th April, sorry, I think 6th April, and so on as defined in the milestones plan. Okay, this is the list, and these are the test cases. So we just started working on these test cases, so this will be ready again as defined in the milestone plan. And then we have a risk plan. The first risk we see is, okay, since there is no availability of requirement documentation, and most of us, not most of us, all of us has not worked on this application before, so there is a risk that we might not have a complete understanding and we might not capture all the test cases required to execute them. Okay, and to mitigate that, what we're planning to do is like do some kind of exploratory testing and try to identify requirement documentation. That's what we're thinking, but we haven't finalized on that yet. And the other option would be ask IT Learn team like if they would act as a customer voice and tell us exactly what's the purpose of that application. And the second one is application may be down. So there's nothing much we can do about it. So what we plan, we'll accept the risk, and when it occurs, we'll update our plans if there is any loss of effort. Okay, resources may leave the project. That's one risk. So actually, initially we planned for some 6 resources. We are hoping all the 6 resources will stay. But for some reason, if somebody leaves, we are trying our best like to motivate them within the team and see if they stays. By chance, if they leave, the chance we are seeing we might reduce the scope, so if it is going to affect the time frame. Other major risk we are seeing is, okay, database is not available, so we may not be able to test some functionalities, like, okay, for example, if we create a new profile for a user and it says, okay, please check your email, but we can't go and check on the emails. Only the best place would be to check the database if the password is really generated. Other scenario would be like search. So if we are searching for a keyword, it might display 50 results, but actually it should display 100 results. Where exactly we can validate that data only from the database. We're seeing that as a risk. So the mitigation is like, okay, check if we could get database read-only access. That's a very high-level plan. So any comments, feedback, welcome.
Cool. So Yeah, so I'll definitely try to answer some of your questions that you raised it for the IT learn. Before that, some of the team members in the chat saying, like SAP is saying, this is my first class, what about all these, when did they do it? So it's for everyone who kind of joined late or who are still joining. Uh, so what you need to do is Manoj will put you onto one of the team members or one of the teams as that part of your member, and then you should approach to the team, send an email to those folks, and start introducing yourself. And then, so what we have done is, after done that logistics part of assigning the teams and everything, Manoj has given these templates, basically which are pretty much required for any automation project to be happen, like the test plan followed by the automation test plan followed by the actual script writing and all that. So the teams are in the early stages of it, like writing the test plan. So what you can do is you will also get access all that templates as soon as you be added to the project and the Google Drive. But you can request them that, hey, I joined late in the team, to your team members, and probably you can ask one of the teams to kind of explain what is the progress happened so far in a day or two, and then what is the next thing that you will be assigned to you, and then you can start working on that. So just talking to the team, introducing yourself as soon as you've been allocated to the team will clarify most of the stuff. But otherwise, don't get panicked. These are all some of the early deliverables that are required for any automation project to do it. Yeah, I think you got it. Thank you. So now coming to Akhil, the status on this, you asked a couple of questions on that. Definitely yes, the IT Learn team like me and Manoj will act like customers for all your deliverables. So we will be consistently giving you the feedback that is required, and then yeah, you can consider as the external customers. The second thing that you said is one of the risks that you have highlighted is not clear functionality of the Howley.in. I think in the first orientation session, Karthik is kind of explained about the Howley.in, but otherwise, so we said this is something related to pretty much close to the domain of social networking, wherein people, you may wanted to share different videos with friends, relatives, etc. You may be just keep on sending individual links on your WhatsApp or other kind of options, but they may not have time to go through all that at individual level. So this is a site where whoever is a registered member can upload the videos, and then you can share this link as a single link for friends and relatives. So whenever they have time, they can go through, they can watch some of these funniest cutie videos from different categories. The next level of it will be expected to take it on to the WhatsApp link and all that, integrating with other social networking sites, which is still in work in progress. But otherwise, this is the pretty much functionality of this. And you're saying another risk is like having how many videos, and it's a kind of database that you talked about it. Yeah, I agree with you on the database part, but I don't know how many of you see. This is the first thing that you guys all should do is spend about 1 or 2 hours exploring it completely within your team about this application. If you would have done that, I'm sure some of you might have noticed there is a administrative module to this also. People who have registered, you can even go to the administrative module, and you can see what kind of videos are available under each category. You can upload the videos and things like that. I don't know how many of you have explored to that level of it. So that screen will help you to find out how many videos are there for particular category. And if you are searching with some name, let's say if you're talking about search functionality and you entered some keyword, whether it is listed out the actual number of videos or not, you can get compared with the administrative module to the actual Howley.in website, wherein it is showing the videos searched on the category. So there is a way you can validate, if not directly on. So because in these kind of applications, what happens is that a database will be there only for the user registrations based on your authorizations, like which level you are in and all. But videos are pretty much maintained on the disk itself, not really in the database. So you have a way to validate it. So does it answers questions, Akhil, from your team?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, Shankar. But okay. The thing is, our main question for the database first is okay for user profile and all that stuff. For example, if we create a new user profile, it says, okay, please check your email.
Okay,
We
okay.
don't know if the password is really sent to the email until we create an email with that name and go to the email and check it out there. Okay, as you rightly said, we have explored the functionality a bit, but haven't really gone through it. But what our plan is like, yes, to do that and try to prepare a very high-level requirement documentation if possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just spend about an hour as a team together, start digging out each of the different modules, one search and one uploading, one registrations. Then you will be able to figure it out all the functionality.
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay, and the
Great. So,
other question we
okay.
have is like, okay, do we have the development process parallel? Like, do the
So
developers?
even I wanted to answer that question as well. So yes, so if we have a couple of other projects going on, but at this moment I can definitely tell you this Howley Dart is in active, if not with many people. We have about 2 developers who are working on it, Surya and somebody else. So we have it. So what I would suggest is like post the bugs that whatever you identify, uh, uh, send it to us in the Google Drive. Probably we may pick up those critical ones that are completely blocking anybody. The same team, the development team is actually working on many other projects. So we will pick up based on the preference of it. If some defects are completely blocking, right, definitely we would like to take them first, and then the team will fix it. And if they are fixed, we'll definitely notify you guys who are actually working on it so that you can take it for your regression. So that's how it is going on. So, but there is an active development which is happening on Howley.in, if not many other projects. Yeah.
Okay, great, Shankar.
That's
Okay,
where you can actually see dynamically the videos also get changed on your day-to-day. Somebody is uploading on different categories for not just validating as part of the development activity also.
okay, great, yeah. And one last question is, okay, are these objectives making sense? Okay, because you said you would be acting as a customer voice. So on-time delivery, what is your like first goal when you say, okay, is it on-time delivery or is that a product with a defect free so that we can prioritize on what is the objective?
So the objective when we set it for the customer, yeah, I mean we will always try to stick onto the timelines, but there could be some scope variance, and the delivery variance which you said plus or minus 5% should be okay.
Okay.
Scope completion.
So we say, yeah, again, the blockers, when we say priority one, there are the blockers. So we say we want to do 100% testing.
Fine.
No, not the blockers, the critical test cases where we believe, okay, if these fails, the testing, so the functionality will be broken.
Can you
Yeah.
scroll down a bit? I would like to see the dates because fine. So yeah, here. Sorry. So is it matching with the timelines that we have created in the webinar for the last session, or is it going overhead or before?
No, it is indeed matching. That's what actually, to be honest,
Fine.
I haven't seen that, but my team said 23rd is the last date, and we discussed among ourselves and we updated this.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
And okay, just because it's ending on 22nd, you wanted to arrive at 22nd, or my question is like you have a team of some members, and when you allocate the task to those individuals, also it is summing up to this date, or
Yes, it is indeed. What we are planning to do is like, okay, for example, let's pick up this test case creation. So we have allocated some scenarios for each of our testers. So they pick those scenarios and they develop the test cases, and the test cases will be ready by 6th. So we review all the test cases and we start actually working on the development process from 7th. So again, based on the scenarios, everybody will develop their own modules and their own classes. So we're planning to do it by 18th. But there will be a regular meeting among us. We have a coordinator who coordinates among the team members, identify actions. And
so the reason that I'm asking whether it is matching with the each individual's task completion and the sum upping it to that date is that you have, if you scroll up again, I'm sorry for that. So you wanted to complete 100% of it. Honestly, if you have kept 100%, then it should match with your teams to this date. But otherwise, for other teams, what I would suggest is like, okay, we have a timeline till 22nd. So this is what typically happens in the day-to-day agile as part of the industry, right? So time is fixed, kind of resources are fixed, but what you can deliver, scope can vary. So if with the team that you have, let's say only 6 people or 7 people, you may not complete 100%. That's fine. But what is the percentage that you can complete? You have to commit. Like if you're saying 100%. With this team on this date, that means you're able to meet all the requirements, you're able to deliver all the automation scripts and everything in the timelines, but you should definitely validate with your team individually and it is summing up, then it's fine. But otherwise, you can give a true promise saying that, we can complete only 80% or we can complete only 90% of it. So you should have that plan in the beginning. So does it sound good?
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we're having a meeting tomorrow, so we'll finalize on that.
Sure. Okay.
So, do you guys approve this plan as well? How does this work here?
Definitely. So, that's what me and Manoj will be checking it out is in the Google Drive. So, put it if you have already uploaded, that's fine. I think you're already referring from there, right? So that's fine. Right. And we will look at that. And now, yes. So, but do you need to complete anything in this, or still pending? Or
yes, it's still pending. Like we're planning to complete by end of tomorrow.
Just drop an email after this completion to me and Manoj, and then wait for a day max. Don't wait beyond that, and then consider it as an approval if you get a reply within that day. Okay.
Okay. Sure. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, who wants to go next? So some of the teams, they said they've already explored the admin module, like Hema is saying she's explored, so that's good.
I think Hema is there, so Hema, can you go ahead? I think we'll make it.
Okay. Is she already a presenter, or do we need to make it?
No, she's not, I think, so let me make her.
Just 1 minute.
I made you presenter, so if you want to start, you can just.
Hi.
Yeah, we can hear you.
My name is Hema, and I'm from Team Innovation. Can everyone hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, Hema.
Hi. So there are 4 of us in our team. On the very first day, it was just me and Aisha who were here. So we started preparing the test plan and test scenarios. So this is the test plan, and we have put the version number and the approval list as Karthik and Manoj. You both, and I did not add Shankar, but you guys, and the version of the document to refer is V1, because this is the first time we have created this document. We have several bullet points here. I want to scroll down to the main section because of lack of time. We have written the purpose of this test plan. The automation plan will be mainly focuses on the test strategy, how we're going to be testing, what are our objectives, what is the start date and end date, what is the entry-exit criteria, and the execution strategy and the test management. How are we going to manage the risks? How are we going to manage the communications, everything. The project overview is Howley.in is an entertainment website where users can watch and share videos with others. Users can visit as a guest and also log in as a member. There are many ways users can also share their videos on several social media. The audience of this project are the team members of Team Innovation, and the stakeholders are the independent leads, which is Karthik, Manoj, and Shankar. The technical team will be the one who are making sure that we are delivering everything that we have been given with respect to design, testing, and defect analysis, and all the related test strategy that we are planning. So in our test strategy, we have basically identified that we're going to automate the regression testing part of the application, the functional testing to test the key functional areas. We are going to create data-driven, keyword-driven, and hybrid-driven frameworks as part of our project. And our objective is to verify the functionality, and we're going to create test scripts for both the functional and regression test execution. And we have also had some assumptions saying that the defects and everything will be tracked, and we are thinking either we're going to use either Jira or Bugzilla. If not, we're going to use an Excel for tracking our defects. And our testing will be primarily focusing on the major functional areas, regression areas, and the automation part. And we also have entry-exit criteria saying that we are going to make sure that 100% of the automated test scripts that we have created will be executed, and no critical defects, no high major severity defects, and other general test deliverables. So this is the same generic test strategy that in general what we all write. And we've also written some test scenarios where we're going to verify registration, and we have functional test scenarios that we have written for registration, login, searching by a keyword. If you click on the images, what's going to happen? If you click on home, where do we go? If you click on the social media icons, what's going to happen? If you click on any of the videos, what is it that we're going to be seeing? So we have several test scenarios that we have come up with. And some of the key areas like how we should be seeing chronological order of videos, starting with the most recent to the older, and any comments that we're going to put in and that users are going to put in, we're going to verify those, and that's also going to be our functional area. And if when we slide over on the thumbnails, we should our test scenarios should cover that the videos either scroll from left to right or right to left based on top or bottom. So those are certain key areas. And we have other functional areas like new videos, most viewed, most liked. So our automation should cover all these. And certain regression areas where we have the categories which is also on the side of the application. And they should function as though it would function when you click on the home. So that would be our regression. So the automation is going to make sure that we're going to have these links working the way it should be. So we put these as regression. And search by keyword is also one thing that is also in the middle of the screen. So it should work just like the search button at the top of the screen. So the bottom slide of thumbnails also should be in the same way. So there are some key regression areas. The login itself has some negative scenarios, positive scenarios. Registration also has some negative scenarios, positive scenarios. So these are all the key areas we identified. Now we definitely have a risk associated with our testing because we are 4 people and we do not have active participation. And we are concerned that we will not be able to meet these dates based on the situation that we are in due to lack of active participation from other team members. So, basically, the expectation is that we're going to have these automated test scripts created, and we're going to follow by meeting every day and having like a daily scrum, and we're going to reiterate on where we are every day with test scripts and also the automation scripts frameworks that we created. So we're going to be tracking that in the daily scrum. So we are meeting by Skype, and we are trying our best to get through the deliverables of the project, and we also are hoping that we're going to get some help from Shankar and Manoj regarding the lack of active participation in the team. So this is what I wanted to present to you guys.
So to answer that question, right, so we already have requests from a couple of folks who are recently joined. Anyway, the Manoj is going to add to one of the groups. So Manoj, I think what we can do is we can add them to the team what Haima is presenting right now because they are already saying their lack of resources, and see how it goes. So is that fine?
Yeah, sure, Shankar. I think.
Yeah, I have emailed you about our concerns also. If you can kindly respond to our email, I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Will. Yeah.
Any questions, Karthik? I mean, any questions, Manoj or Shankar?
So again, was your timelines with the meeting estimates as of now? How many of the resources you have? Is it meeting that you will be able to complete 100%? As you raised anyway, your lack of teams, but how did you distribute with the teams that are already available? Do you
we have actually split our test cases, like we have said, 1 to 6. One of us is going to take, and from 7 to 13, another person, and from 14 to 19, we have decided, and then the remaining. So what we thought was we're going to split our test cases scenarios equally, and we're going to start writing some manual test cases, and then we're going to follow the process as taught by Karthik, and we're going to start writing the XPath and the scripts needed for simple web driver. That would be our starting point, and we are planning to accomplish that in the phase 1. And then going forward in phase 2, we're going to start creating frameworks and go up one notch and make it more complex by adding keyword-driven or data-driven framework. And in the third one, third phase, we're going to have a hybrid framework, and we're going to play around a little bit and see how we can make use of whatever Karthik has taught us in the class. So that's our plan.
So the only thing you can do over here is assign another 2 columns. One is the resource name and the target date of completion to track it closely. That will help you guys to do that. The sheet which you are showing.
Sure.
Yeah.
We have written some things like this, but unfortunately, like I mentioned, because we are only 4 people, we are not able to.
No worries. So today, I think, today, maybe in a couple of hours from now, you'll get a hi from some of the new members. So please introduce them, onboard them to whatever the status is completed, and then put them into the next set of things. Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. So Rahat, you want to go from Team Decoder? I will make you presenter. Get about 10 minutes, and then present it whatever you've done. So Rahat. Yeah, Rahat, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, Shankar. Okay. Hello, Shankar. Hello, Manoj. I am Rahat from Team Decoder. Today, I'm going to present our team update. We are 10 members in our Team Decoder, and we are planning to present our high-level test plan for Holly.in and test strategy and test strategy for Holly.in. And we have 10 active member, and today one member is added to our team. She's Sridevi, and here is our high-level test plan. We worked through the application, and we came up with a test plan and test strategy. We are doing our test scenario, and we'll come up our test cases and test test cases, test step, and test data. So we allocated ourselves for this. We allocated ourselves this task. So each member is taking 2 modules. Anjali, Yemi, Jinsi. Everybody is taking 2 modules. And we are doing our meeting within GoToMeeting, Skype, and WhatsApp. So this is our MOM sheet, and here it I already shown our high-level test plan, and this is our test plan document for Howly.in. And here is our overview. So Howly.in is a video sharing platform. Anyone can come and watch the videos and share the videos, and only member can upload the videos. So the purpose and the scope describes our main objective of this project, and here is our workflow diagram. So anybody can come here, and members can upload the videos, and there are many categories like advertisement, animals, animation, automobiles, cute, funny, embarrassed. So a guest can come, search the videos, watch the videos, and share the videos through Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. No, not Twitter. Sorry, Google Plus. And a member can come and log in, so they can upload the videos here. And here is our feature to be tested. We are planning to test homepage, registration form, login form, functional requirements and non-functional requirements. And our roles and responsibilities. We are 10 members, so we are taking registration, login, and search. These 3 modules are for all these 3 common modules for all members, and other modules for other 2 modules for each member. And our in scope is functional testing and regression testing and cross-browser testing, and out of scope is mobile app testing and user interface testing. So our test schedule is we participate our orientation that was 26th of March, and our first demo session was 30th of March. 30th of March we got our AUT, so we start our meeting at 31st of March, and now we are planning to do we are doing everyday meeting, and our we came up with a test strategy and test plan document, and we'll start coding at 6th of April, and the first phase will finish by 9th of April, and we'll start data-driven framework, and we'll end that framework by 11th of April, and we'll start our phase 2 the 13th of April, and that will end 16th of April, and the phase 3 will start by 20, and it will finish by 23rd. And we are using agile methodology here. And our test management tool, we are keeping our all documents in Google Docs. So our test cases, test data, test plan, everything we will share in a Google Drive, so everybody can edit it and see it. And as a test environment, we are using Windows 7, Windows 8, and a browser we are using Firefox, Google Drive, and Internet Explorer. And for defect management, as a defect tool, we will use Jira, and this is our time. We are planning to test our the effort estimation. We're trying to give the rough idea about how many people needed to complete the project in our allocated time. And here it is. And this is our exit criteria. We'll try to execute our test cases, and we'll try the test case will 100% passed. And that's it. Oh, okay. And one more thing. we start our test scenario. So this is our we divided our module. So this is my module, automobiles, and this here is the plan for high level plan for automobiles module. And here I wrote some test scenario for my module. Here you can see with module automobiles, web crawler to automation category, registration from link for registration, and automobiles login from link for on automation category page. Yeah, I think that's it for my side for today.
So yeah, cool. So Rahat and other teams, what I would highlight some of the points is like, you guys are preparing the highlighted automation test plan, which is good with the targeted milestones. But do please consider for every single deliverable that you guys are going to make, include the review time. For example, if you develop some automation script, somebody has to do a code review, code inspection also, so that they can, other team can give you, if there is anything that can be improved. For example, you have done some expert coding and all, and if there is a better way of doing it, somebody can give a comment about it, right? And you can learn from that team. So please include code review timelines, which is basically at a peer level. So whatever the code that you write, give it to the other person for review for your test case, and what the other person writes, you review it. So because not just completing your task, somebody should take care of the quality also for that. That is one thing that I wanted to highlight. So code review, code inspections, do take care of it and put it in your timelines, because it's not about how many cases we are completing by 22nd or 23rd of April. Even if you have done 10% of less than the other team, or even have done the 10% of the overall test cases, but do take care of the quality part of it. That's what is a major important thing. So for every single deliverable, have a peer level review, if possible. Team level review also within your team meetup when you meet it in a daily or alternative day or whenever. Do please post us with those review comments. We would like to see on how you guys are taking up code review, code inspections. So with that, I think we can hold this session for today. The next status session, we would like to hear from the teams who have not been presented today. So please volunteer yourself in the next ones, and then spend some time in giving the status back to the ITLM team and everybody else. So with that, let me see if I have any other questions. So I think there's no other questions. So yeah, please do take up with the same seriousness that the way you have started. The status shows definitely teams are very serious, and then they're doing the deliverable. So continue with the same enthusiasm, with the kind of interest. Then this will add a lot of value to your project, as we said in the orientation also, and you can talk about your responsibilities very clearly in the automations. Only when you can do it, you can actually talk about them in a confident way. So the best thing is do it and talk about it in your resume. So any other questions from anyone? So website is already given to you, like somebody is saying, are you going to send us the website and requirements? So website has been given so what you should do is, this AP, you should watch the orientation session done by Karthik, me and Manoj, the first one, that's on 26th. Then you will get the complete picture. Okay. So thank you, team. So we'll get you meet in the next status meeting.